Hi, everybody. Here are those expressions we worked on. She'll be impressed with. If you want to say somebody really thinks that what you did is wonderful or important, you'll say, well, if it's a woman, you'd say, she'll be impressed with how I teach. You could say, you'll be impressed with what I do. She'll be impressed with. Remember, always when you get to those, do that fist bump to help you remember. She'll be impressed with whatever I do. I don't think so. Now, when you hear something really surprising or foolish or a tall tale, you may say, wow, what are you talking about? Very often, the T sound won't be made. And here, the T sound winds up being that soft D. So it will sound like, wow, what are you talking about? And the L is not sounding, so it's talking. And the K sound moves over to the I. So it's wow, what are you talking about? Wow, what are you talking about? Told me another tall tale. I wasn't impressed with that tall tale. I told him, what are you talking about? Now, every morning, a lot of people like to say, I get up. But we have an expression, we say roll out of bed, because when you think about it, you kind of move to the side and you roll a little bit. So remember, the L moves over, and this T moves over and becomes that soft D sound. So roll out of bed, roll out of bed, roll out of bed. The F is a V sound, roll out of bed. Every day we have to roll out of bed. If you want to say something is not important, you just say it doesn't count. I give you a number of assignments, and if you tell me, well, I was busy, I say that doesn't count. The assignments count. So when we exercise and maybe you stretch way out and you injure yourself, we say pull a muscle. Very common. I was running and I pulled a muscle. The L sound moves over. Pull a muscle. Now, build, this word is usually made, we'll build a house. But we also use it for things like muscle strength. So if you are exercising, now your teacher has to correct himself. If you're exercising, you're doing that to build muscle strength or endurance. One of maybe both at the same time. So it's build muscle strength, build muscle strength, build muscle strength. Every day, a lot of us come up with face things that make us very anxious. Problems with the family, and the job, with money. And maybe you exercise to burn off stress. That means to relax, to get rid of what makes you anxious, what gives you anxiety or stress. You burn it off. If you believe what I say, then you'll buy this story. Oh, let's go back. I'm sorry, I didn't give you a pronunciation. So let's say burn. Remember, the end moves over to the O, so it's burn off. Burn off stress. Burn off stress. If you believe my tall tale, then you buy that story. You'll hear it as this when you get the conversation. If you don't believe what I tell you, then you don't buy my story. When we have it as this story, though, there's only one S sound, and that S sound moves over. So it's buy the story. Buy the story. Buy the story. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next class.